Greetings to all. Today, I wish to recount a narrative centered around one of the most formidable and widely discussed figures in contemporary leadership, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. His life unfolds like a cinematic masterpiece, brimming with challenges, thrilling moments, and triumphant achievements. This narrative transcends the mere story of a leader. It unfolds the journey of a young boy, brimming with aspirations, who ultimately emerged as one of the most impactful figures on the global stage. So, settle in, take a moment to unwind, and focus closely, for this narrative is not merely designed to enhance your English skills. It may also ignite a spark of self-belief within you. Let us begin by delving into his formative years. In the very place where it all commenced, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin entered the world on October 7, 1952, in the city of Leningrad, a place that has since been renamed St. Petersburg in Russia. He was the youngest of three children. However, fate had dealt a cruel hand, as his two older brothers had tragically passed away before his arrival. Consequently, he became the sole focus of his parents, Maria Ivanovna Putina and Vladimir Spiridonovich Putin. They resided in a diminutive apartment, unlike the modern ones we know today, which boast separate bedrooms and kitchens. No, theirs was situated in an antiquated structure known as a communal flat, which evokes the notion of sharing living spaces. Vladimir spent his formative years in a confined space, where a single kitchen and a solitary bathroom served the needs of several families, each navigating the challenges of shared living. Privacy was a scarce commodity. When the call of nature arose, one frequently found themselves in a queue, patiently awaiting their turn to access the toilet. The kitchen buzzed with activity, a vibrant tapestry of culinary endeavors unfolding at various intervals throughout the day. At times, the aromas wafting from the kitchens of neighboring families permeated the entire apartment, creating a tapestry of scents that lingered in the air. However, Vladimir's family was unfazed by it. They had grown accustomed to such circumstances. Many families in Russia experienced life in such a manner following World War II. Leningrad, the birthplace of Putin, endured significant hardships during that period. Throughout the tumultuous period of World War II, the city faced near-total devastation, leaving its inhabitants grappling with the profound and harrowing aftermath of the catastrophic events that unfolded. Food was in short supply, and existence was undeniably challenging. Putin's father sustained injuries during the war, while his mother toiled tirelessly to support the family and ensure their survival. His parents held a deep affection for him, yet they maintained a firm and disciplined approach to parenting. He was taught the importance of perseverance, instilled with the belief that one must always exert effort and remain steadfast, regardless of the challenges that lay ahead. Unbeknownst to them, the frail, unassuming child they observed would eventually rise to become the leader of the nation. Putin, in his early years, was not characterized by size or strength. Rather, he was notably small and quite slender. Vladimir found himself under the scrutiny of comparisons with other children, a situation that prompted some boys in his neighborhood to attempt to bully him. Yet, he was not the sort to simply shed tears or flee from the situation. Instead, he resolved to build his strength, determined that no one would ever dare to challenge him again. At the age of 12, he embarked on a journey into the world of judo, a discipline rooted in Russian martial arts, dedicating himself to daily practice without fail. His motivations extended beyond mere victories. He was engaged in a battle to enhance his self-assurance and cultivate his discipline. As the years passed, his dedication and relentless practice in judo culminated in the prestigious achievement of earning a black belt. Even at this moment, his passion for judo remains unwavering, as he believes it has instilled in him the strength to stand his ground. Vladimir possessed a remarkable ability to maintain his composure and think clearly in the face of adversity. Amidst the aspirations of his peers, who envisioned futures as doctors, engineers, or educators, he harbored a distinctly unique ambition. His heart was set on becoming a spy, reminiscent of the thrilling characters portrayed in the films. He found himself utterly enthralled by tales surrounding the KGB, the clandestine intelligence agency of the Soviet Union. In those days, the KGB stood as one of the most formidable organizations globally, and a young Putin harbored ambitions to become a part of it. However, the journey to becoming a KGB officer was far from easy. It demanded intelligence, discipline, and a solid education. Putin was acutely aware of that fact. He truly committed himself to his studies with unwavering focus. Initially, he struggled to excel as a student, yet he dedicated himself to improvement with unwavering determination. He even took the initiative to learn German, a decision that ultimately proved to be a significant asset in his professional journey. Residing in a communal flat presented its challenges. Each morning, Vladimir's mother would rise with the dawn, her footsteps soft against the cool floor as she made her way to the shared kitchen. There, she would patiently await her turn at the stove, surrounded by the bustling sounds of other families preparing their breakfasts, each one engaged in their own morning rituals. At times, disputes would arise regarding whose turn it was. Their meals were predominantly modest, consisting of humble fare such as bread generously spread with butter, accompanied by steaming cups of tea. Prior to embarking on his journey to school, he often lent a hand to his mother, assisting her with various small tasks around the house. Vladimir's family lived modestly, their finances not allowing for indulgences, yet he found no sorrow in foregoing extravagant toys or stylish clothing. His ambitions were firmly fixed on the goal of becoming a KGB officer. Upon completing his graduation, he enrolled at Leningrad State University, renowned as one of the premier institutions in the city. There, he pursued a degree in law, a strategic choice, considering the KGB's preference for individuals possessing a legal background. During his time at university, Putin maintained a solitary demeanor, immersing himself in his studies with unwavering concentration. He was not though he lacked the boisterousness or flamboyance often associated with standout students, his professors were quick to acknowledge the keen intellect and unwavering discipline that set him apart. Upon his graduation in 1975, he seized the opportunity to fulfill his lifelong aspiration by enlisting in the KGB. For a child hailing from a disadvantaged background, this represented a monumental accomplishment. Imagine, if you will, donning the uniform of one of the globe's most formidable intelligence agencies. Putin began his career as a secret agent, operating in the shadows to ensure the safety of his nation. His inaugural significant assignment took him to East Germany amidst the Cold War, a fraught era characterized by a stark division between the Soviets and the Western powers. During his extensive time in East Germany, Putin immersed himself in the intricacies of the region, diligently collecting information and contemplating the broader world that lay beyond the borders of Russia. He mastered the German language and developed the skills to navigate challenging situations with finesse. Embracing the life of a spy was no easy feat, yet he found himself invigorated by the challenges it presented. Each experience became a lesson, shaping him into a leader capable of guiding his nation through turbulent times. This marks the beginning of Vladimir Putin's remarkable journey, originating from a modest apartment in Leningrad and leading into the high-stakes realm of the KGB. His life serves as a testament to the remarkable outcomes that can be realized through relentless hard work and unwavering determination. Dedication and effort can truly transform circumstances. Vladimir Putin found himself thriving in his role as a KGB officer stationed in East Germany, navigating the complexities of espionage and intelligence. However, in 1989, a seismic shift occurred with the fall of the Berlin Wall, altering the landscape of his career and the geopolitical climate forever. Shortly thereafter, the Soviet Union commenced its descent into disintegration. The populace had grown increasingly disillusioned with the government, and the fabric of daily life in Russia became increasingly strained for all citizens. Putin observed the rapid transformations occurring across the globe. In 1990, he returned to his hometown of Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, and made the pivotal decision to leave the KGB in 1991, seeking a new beginning for himself. A new chapter in his life was about to unfold. Upon departing from the KGB, Putin did not immediately ascend to a prominent leadership position. He accepted a modest position at Leningrad State University, the very institution where he had once pursued his studies. There, he served as an assistant to one of his former professors, engaging in various administrative tasks to support the academic environment. Yet, an unexpected opportunity presented itself to him. Anatoly Sobchak, the mayor of St. Petersburg, found himself in need of a clever and reliable individual to bolster his administration, and thus Vladimir Putin was appointed to the role. That marked his inaugural foray into the realm of politics. Putin was not merely an ordinary figure. Though he had not yet stepped into the realm of politics, he demonstrated an impressive ability to grasp concepts swiftly. He dedicated considerable effort behind the scenes, meticulously organizing projects, managing crucial tasks, and ensuring the city operated seamlessly. People started to take notice of him, drawn in by his understated demeanor, certainly not the flamboyant or boisterous type that characterized many other politicians. Though his words were few, each utterance commanded the attention of those around him. He demonstrated an impressive ability to swiftly tackle challenges, maintaining his composure even in the face of adversity. Among his most defining traits was an unwavering loyalty. He stood steadfastly by his boss, Anatoly Sobchak, even in the face of adversity. Though the challenges were formidable, his unwavering loyalty cultivated a deep sense of trust among the people. They understood that he was not the kind of person to betray others for his own gain. In the year 1996, Sobchak experienced the loss of his position as mayor, marking the conclusion of Putin's tenure in St. Petersburg. Many believed that was the final chapter for him, yet Putin was far from finished. He meticulously packed his belongings and embarked on a journey to Moscow, seeking a fresh start in a new city. In the heart of the capital, he embarked on a journey of public service, embracing small roles within the government. Yet, with each position he assumed, he poured his entire being into the work, leaving no stone unturned. His remarkable ability to maintain composure in high-pressure situations, adeptly tackle challenges, and ensure that everything remained in order truly captivated those around him. Boris Yeltsin, the president of Russia at that time, found himself drawn to the higher-ups, keenly searching for a reliable individual to assist in steering the nation. It was at that moment that Putin appeared to be the perfect choice. In the year 1999, a significant event unfolded as Boris Yeltsin designated Vladimir Putin to the esteemed position of Prime Minister of Russia. This holds considerable significance, as the Prime Minister occupies the position of the second most powerful individual in the nation. During that period, Russia found itself in a state of turmoil. The economy was faltering, corruption permeated every level of society, and the populace was increasingly disillusioned. Putin found himself burdened with numerous pressing matters. He stood his ground, demonstrating to all that he was resolute in his commitment to effecting change. He implemented stringent policies designed to combat corruption, with the intention of creating a more efficient government structure. Gradually, a sense of faith began to blossom among the people, as they started to embrace their belief in him. On the eve of the new millennium, December 31st, 1999, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Boris Yeltsin made the startling announcement of his resignation as president, and in a surprising twist, he revealed his chosen successor, Vladimir Putin. The unexpected turn of events took everyone by surprise, as many were largely unfamiliar with Putin at that moment. Yet, Yeltsin placed his trust in him to assume control. On the first day of the new millennium, January 1, 2000, Vladimir Putin assumed the role of acting president of Russia. He leaped into action, confronting the nation's challenges directly and with determination. His primary objectives encompassed invigorating the economy, reducing crime rates, and fortifying the nation. One of the most significant challenges he faced in the early stages was navigating the complexities of Chechnya, a region fervently advocating for its independence. Amidst a backdrop of intense and violent clashes, Putin adopted a resolute and uncompromising stance. He sought to demonstrate to all that Russia possessed undeniable strength and was resolutely unyielding. His actions garnered him considerable popularity among many Russians who were increasingly disillusioned with the perception of their country as weak. They perceived Putin as a figure capable of reinstating order and fortitude to Russia. In March 2000, Russia held a pivotal presidential election, where Vladimir Putin emerged victorious by a significant margin, thus officially assuming the role of president. This signified the dawn of a fresh chapter for the nation. In his youth, Putin brimmed with vitality and ambition, determined to restore Russia to its former status as a formidable global powerhouse. He introduced a series of innovative policies aimed at revitalizing the economy, enhancing healthcare services, and modernizing the military infrastructure. With the ascent of Putin's power, there came an undeniable increase in his wealth. In contemporary times, he stands out for his opulent way of life, characterized by private jets, extravagant yachts, and a collection of luxury automobiles. He possesses an impressive personal collection of watches, valued at millions. Yet, he seldom discusses his affluence, preferring to shroud his personal life in secrecy. Some individuals express criticism towards him for that choice, while others commend his focus on work rather than showcasing his wealth. In 1983, Vladimir Putin entered into marriage with Lyudmila Shkrebneva, and together they welcomed two daughters, Maria and Katerina. Throughout the years, they have maintained a notably private family life, shrouded in a veil of discretion. Putin maintains a considerable degree of privacy regarding his personal life. He sought to shield his children from the glaring spotlight, prioritizing their well-being and innocence above all else. In the year 2013, he and Lyudmila publicly declared their decision to divorce, emphasizing that the choice was mutual and rooted in the realization that they had gradually drifted apart over the years. Since that time, individuals have engaged in speculation regarding the intricacies of his romantic life. Whispers circulate regarding a potential new partner, yet he has consistently refrained from making any public confirmations. In his role as a leader, he has navigated a multitude of controversies, each presenting its own unique challenges. There are those who perceive him as excessively strict and controlling, while others voice their criticisms of his government for a multitude of reasons. Restricting freedom of speech, yet undeterred by the ensuing backlash, Putin has consistently maintained his focus on the ultimate goal. He believes that a true leader must be willing to make difficult decisions, even if those choices are met with disapproval. His primary objective has consistently been to transform Russia into a formidable and esteemed nation. He dedicates himself tirelessly to this endeavor, persisting in his efforts even after more than 2 decades at the helm. His journey serves as a testament to the power of hard work, discipline, and unwavering determination, illustrating how these qualities can truly propel one to remarkable destinations. In the early 2000s, he focused intently on addressing the chaotic systems that plagued Russia. The economy was struggling significantly, as individuals faced considerable challenges in securing employment and providing sustenance for their families. The factories stood silent, their machines dormant, while the roads lay in a state of disrepair, riddled with potholes and debris. Corruption thrived in the shadows, weaving its insidious web throughout the fabric of society. Putin initiated the process by implementing stringent regulations aimed at reinstating order. His attention was directed towards the collection of unpaid taxes, the reform of businesses, and the attraction of foreign investment. Gradually, the economy of Russia began to show signs of recovery. Under his stewardship, the oil and gas sectors emerged as the most formidable industries, generating substantial revenue for the nation. Putin seized that moment to undertake a comprehensive transformation of Russia. He came to understand that a robust nation requires a formidable military, particularly in light of the years of disregard that left the Russian army in a dire state. The soldiers found themselves inadequately prepared, their training lacking the rigor necessary for modern combat, while their equipment remained a relic of the past, failing to meet the demands of contemporary warfare. Putin initiated a significant influx of funds aimed at the modernization of the military. He unveiled a suite of advanced weaponry, enhanced training programs, and seamlessly integrated cutting-edge technology. In time, Russia emerged as one of the most formidable military powers on the global stage, signaling unmistakably that the nation had returned and was poised to assert its influence. On the global stage, it is evident that Putin possesses information that wields significant power. He came to understand that wielding influence over the media was crucial in molding public perception. Throughout his presidency, he ensured that the majority of major television networks in Russia aligned themselves with his administration. This decision sparked a wave of curiosity and skepticism, yet Putin deemed it essential for maintaining the nation's stability. He contended that an excess of media freedom might lead to a descent into chaos. Regardless of whether people concurred with him, his methodology evidently enabled him to strengthen his hold on the nation. Upon his ascension to the presidency, Russia found itself under the influence of a cadre of immensely wealthy business magnates, commonly referred to as oligarchs. After the dissolution of the Soviet Union, they amassed significant wealth and influence, leveraging their financial resources to manipulate political outcomes. Putin harbored a strong disapproval of that notion. He believed that no individual or entity should wield more power than the government itself. Thus, he initiated a rigorous campaign against the oligarchs, compelling many to either escape the nation or relinquish control of their enterprises. The decision was fraught with peril, for these individuals wielded considerable power. Highly influential, yet it is evident that Putin's unwavering determination truly bore fruit. He unequivocally asserted that in his vision of Russia, no individual stood above the law. During his presidency, he dedicated himself to mending Russia's ties with the global community, embarking on journeys across the globe to engage with leaders from the United States, China, Europe, and the Middle East. Putin possessed a distinctive demeanor. He was forthright, self-assured, and perpetually commanding. His experience as a KGB officer endowed him with an exceptional ability to perceive the nuances of people and situations, surpassing the skills of many leaders. He possessed an innate understanding of when to extend a hand in friendship and when to adopt a more formidable stance. By the mid-2000s, Putin had evolved into a figure of both respect and trepidation on the global stage. He ascended to become one of the most formidable figures in existence, and with that immense power arrived an abundance of luxury. Whispers abound that he possesses an impressive collection of palaces, private jets, and a magnificent super yacht. Among his most renowned properties stands an expansive mansion by the Black Sea, commonly known as Putin's Palace. He possesses a penchant for luxurious automobiles and exquisite timepieces, with his collection of watches alone valued in the millions. Despite amassing considerable wealth, Putin maintains a remarkably private personal life, shrouded in secrecy. He maintains a strong sense of privacy, seldom bringing up his family or personal relationships in conversation. Putin is widely recognized for his formidable persona. He consistently seeks to demonstrate to all that he embodies strength and fearlessness. Throughout the years, he has been captured in a myriad of activities, from riding a horse without a shirt in the vast expanses of Siberia to plunging into the depths to explore shipwrecks. He has soared through the skies in fighter jets and helicopters, and has dedicated himself to the practice of judo, a passion he has nurtured since childhood. These photographs collectively serve as a calculated effort to depict him as a robust and dynamic leader, perpetually prepared to safeguard his nation. One of Putin's most significant strengths lies in his remarkable ability to navigate the complex landscape of allies and adversaries. He possesses the acumen to collaborate with nations such as China and India, forging robust partnerships, all the while strategically countering the influence of formidable powers like the U.S. In 2014, he executed a highly contentious decision by annexing Crimea, a region that belonged to Ukraine. The unexpected maneuver took everyone by surprise, leading to severe sanctions imposed on Russia. Within the borders of Russia, a significant number of individuals expressed their support for Putin's decision, perceiving it as a courageous move aimed at safeguarding the nation's interests. Leading for such an extended period has certainly not been an easy journey for Putin. He has faced significant criticism for imposing limitations on free speech and intensifying measures against protests, with many individuals labeling him as excessively authoritarian. However, Putin believes that his approach to leadership is crucial for maintaining Russia's stability and strength. He frequently asserts that a formidable leader must make difficult decisions, even when those choices are met with disapproval. Although he is widely recognized for his strict and disciplined demeanor, those who know him well reveal that he possesses a gentler side. His affection for animals, particularly dogs, is well documented, and he has received several as thoughtful gifts over the years. A number of dogs are companions to world leaders, and he frequently enjoys their company at his residence. Putin has a penchant for classical music and enjoys playing the piano. These small details reveal that even a figure of such immense power finds joy in the simplest pleasures of life. His journey from a modest apartment in Leningrad to ascending the ranks to become the president of Russia is undeniably inspiring. He has encountered a multitude of challenges, yet he consistently discovers a path forward. His unwavering determination, sharp intellect, and remarkable adaptability have positioned him among the most exceptional individuals. In the tapestry of influential leaders of the 21st century, Vladimir Putin's life unfolds as a compelling narrative, marked by his ascent and the strategic maneuvers that solidified his position as a formidable global player, all while Russia's power continued to expand on the world stage. He set his sights higher, aspiring not only to fortify Russia, but also to compel the world to recognize his nation as a formidable power. Yet, this segment of Putin's journey transcended mere victory. It was laden with obstacles, disputes, and audacious decisions that stirred public discourse. Putin is frequently characterized as one of the, throughout history, the most strategic leaders have consistently approached decision-making with a keen awareness of the long-term implications of their choices. One of his pivotal strategies has involved the establishment of alliances with nations that share comparable objectives. For example, Putin has forged an alliance with China to enhance their economic ties. Together, they have embarked on significant initiatives, such as the development of new trade routes and pipelines, which have played a crucial role in enabling Russia to reduce its reliance on Western nations. Another strategy involves the growing sway of Russia in the Middle East. Putin has extended his support to leaders in nations such as Syria, aiding them in maintaining their grip on power amidst challenging circumstances. This strategic backing has positioned Russia as a significant force in the region, enabling Putin to engage in negotiations with Western nations on a more level playing field. In contemporary warfare, the landscape has evolved beyond mere tanks and firearms. Technology now plays a pivotal role, and Putin possesses a keen understanding of this shift. Under his stewardship, Russia has invested heavily in cyber technology, cultivating a cadre of hackers renowned for their prowess on the global stage. This investment bestows upon Russia a distinctive advantage. Influence has the capacity to shape international affairs without the need for military intervention. For example, there are assertions that Russian hackers interfered in the electoral processes of various nations. The veracity of these accusations may be contested, yet they underscore the significant influence that Putin has acquired through the realm of technology. Among his most significant achievements has been the revival of a profound sense of pride within the Russian populace. In the aftermath of the Soviet Union's dissolution, a palpable sense of shame enveloped many citizens as they grappled with the perception that Russia had lost its former strength and the respect it once commanded on the global stage. Putin truly exerted considerable effort to reshape the perspectives of the populace. He initiated grand projects aimed at celebrating the rich tapestry of Russian history, culture, and remarkable achievements. He reinstated military parades, constructed new museums, and enacted legislation to safeguard the Russian language. He frequently asserts that a nation that neglects its history is destined to have no future, a conviction that has profoundly shaped his actions and reignited a sense of pride among millions of Russians for their homeland. In terms of health, Putin exhibits remarkable discipline, adhering steadfastly to a well-defined routine. He begins his day with a nourishing breakfast, typically consisting of quail eggs, creamy cottage cheese, and a glass of freshly squeezed juice. Following that, he immerses himself in the water for approximately an hour before making his way to the gym. This disciplined regimen ensures he remains both physically fit and mentally sharp. It is likely that you have observed Putin opting for rather unassuming vehicles during his official visits. This choice is a deliberate aspect of his carefully crafted image as a leader who resonates with the everyday experiences of ordinary citizens. Among his most audacious endeavors was the establishment of the Eurasian Economic Union, EU, a coalition that unites nations such as Belarus and Kazakhstan. Armenia is actively pursuing the establishment of a robust economic bloc with the EAU, a union that facilitates unrestricted trade among its member nations. This initiative aims to enhance their economic growth while simultaneously reducing dependence on Western markets. Putin seeks to establish a framework in which Russia assumes a prominent role, offering alternatives to the prevailing Western institutions. This strategy has significantly bolstered Russia's influence in Central Asia and beyond, firmly establishing Putin's reputation as a visionary leader. In his efforts to modernize Russia, he has simultaneously placed great emphasis on the preservation of its rich traditions, firmly believing that the values inherent to Russian culture are truly unique and must remain steadfast against the influence of Western ideologies. Take, for instance, Putin's resolute position on matters such as religion, family, and education. He has shown unwavering support for the Russian Orthodox Church, proclaiming it an integral component of the nation's cultural legacy. This endorsement has garnered him admiration from conservative factions, yet it has also sparked contentious debates regarding the separation of church and state. His prolonged tenure in power is a testament to his remarkable adaptability. He has navigated through economic downturns and political controversies, and, even in the face of global isolation, regardless of the obstacles that arise, he consistently discovers a path to resilience and recovery. One of his secrets lies in his remarkable ability to forge connections with the lives and experiences of everyday Russians. He organizes a yearly event known as Direct Line with Putin, providing a platform for citizens to pose their inquiries directly to him. This event illustrates that he is not merely a leader. He is someone who genuinely engages with and considers the concerns of his people. As Putin's tenure continues to unfold, the intricacies of his legacy become increasingly multifaceted. To some, he stands as a hero, a figure who deftly navigated Russia away from the precipice, breathing new life into its former glory. Yet, there exists a contrasting viewpoint, one that paints a different picture entirely. Vladimir Putin is a figure steeped in controversy, a man who has consistently embraced bold and often perilous decisions, regardless of public opinion. Without a doubt, his life unfolds as a narrative rich in resilience, determination, and a clear vision for the future. Transitioning from a challenging childhood to assuming the role of president in one of the world's most influential nations is nothing short of remarkable. As we approach the conclusion of his life narrative, it becomes essential to reflect on the legacy he is crafting, a legacy that will resonate with individuals for generations to come. Regardless of your feelings towards him, Putin's journey reveals a great deal. The interplay of resilience, intelligence, and strategy possesses the remarkable ability to transform the dynamics of any situation. Putin's effectiveness as a leader stems from his remarkable ability to adapt. He does not confine himself to a singular approach. Rather, he meticulously analyzes, absorbs knowledge, and refines his strategies with precision. That is the very method by which he has maintained his grip on power for more than 2 decades. When inquired about his approach to leadership, he remarked that maintaining power is not the primary concern. Rather, it is the pursuit of remaining relevant that truly matters. This mindset has significantly shaped his policies and decisions. He understands the importance of staying attuned to the evolving landscape of the present era. Russia must navigate the currents of a transforming world, all the while preserving its unique identity. Putin envisions a world that transcends the borders of Russia. He aspires to establish a multipolar landscape in which no single nation holds dominion over the others. He is dedicated to amplifying the voices of smaller nations, fiercely advocating for their rights while challenging the dominance of major powers that seek to exert control over all aspects of governance. In pursuit of this objective, Putin has dedicated considerable effort to forging alliances, resulting in unprecedented strengthening of Russia's relationships with China, India, and various African nations. He has also provided support to nations grappling with the pressures of Western influence. Sanctions, trade agreements, and military assistance. Navigating these complexities resembles a strategic chess match, with Putin positioned as the grandmaster orchestrating each move. He approaches every situation with careful consideration, weighing his options meticulously, whether he is negotiating a peace agreement or addressing criticism. He maintains an air of calmness and composure. Amidst the grandeur of a global summit, a defining moment unfolded as leaders from influential nations sought to ensnare him with pointed accusations. Rather than succumbing to anger, Putin maintained a composed demeanor, responding with a calculated smile. He deftly countered the narrative by presenting facts, skillfully turning the situation to his favor. His skill truly distinguishes him in remarkable ways. Maintaining composure in high-pressure situations is a skill that every aspiring leader can cultivate. Emotions are a luxury in the realm of politics, as he once articulated. Putin is acutely aware that his presidency is not eternal, prompting him to invest years in establishing a robust foundation for the future of Russia. In the realm of innovation and technology, he passionately encourages young Russians to pursue careers in science, technology, and engineering. He firmly believes that the future is destined for those nations that thrive in the arena of innovation. In the realm of education, his administration has undertaken a comprehensive overhaul of Russia's educational framework. He is dedicated to simplifying the educational journey for students in rural areas, frequently visiting schools and universities to inspire and uplift the forthcoming generation of leaders. Under his leadership, Russia has established new hospitals and improved access to medical care for individuals in remote areas. Putin's primary message to the populace is unmistakable. The strength of Russia is derived from its citizens. Therefore, by investing in them, the nation is poised for success. The challenges of leadership are immense, and the life of Putin serves as a poignant illustration of this reality. He has faced a relentless wave of criticism, both domestically and internationally, sparking ongoing discussions about the matter. His policy decisions and leadership style present a fascinating study. However, in the face of mounting pressure, Putin remains unyielding, refusing to allow it to affect him. He once remarked that in the pursuit of pleasing everyone, one inevitably risks losing their own identity. A true leader must remain steadfast in their principles, even in the face of widespread dissent. This unwavering belief has guided him through some of the most challenging moments in his career, whether navigating sanctions, grappling with international conflicts, or confronting political opposition. Putin has demonstrated that perseverance is essential. What renders him so captivating extends beyond his political career. It also encompasses the individual who stands behind the leader possesses a profound passion for adventure. Putin engages in various activities such as horse riding, diving, and even piloting planes. These adventures reveal his unwavering fearlessness and a profound love for challenges that push him to his limits. He possesses a profound enthusiasm for learning, immersing himself in a vast array of literature that spans history, politics, and military strategy. He holds the conviction that knowledge serves as the most formidable weapon one can possess. As we conclude the narrative of Putin's life, it is essential to extract valuable lessons from his journey. Foremost among them is the significance of resilience. Life presents a myriad of challenges, yet with resilience and the ability to adapt, one can navigate through even the most trying times. Conquer any challenge by employing strategic thought. Avoid hasty decisions. Instead, allow yourself the necessary time to analyze and devise a plan. Remain authentic. True leadership is not about pleasing everyone, but about adhering to your core values. Commit to growth. Whether on a personal or professional level, continually strive to improve yourself and uplift those in your vicinity. The trajectory of Vladimir Putin, from a modest apartment in Leningrad to the world stage, exemplifies determination, courage, and vision. His life serves as a testament that greatness is not defined by your starting point, but by the distance you are willing to travel. As we draw the curtain on this remarkable narrative, it's time for you to embrace the journey ahead. Keep in mind that your destiny lies within your grasp. With grand aspirations, diligent effort, and unwavering concentration, the possibilities before you are boundless.